I'd like Executive Dave Summers, who has a very strong affinity for the fairgrounds, is here a lot and really values it and understands it. And we're lucky he's in the driver's seat at the county because he's always preserved and protected this site. So Executive Summers, we'd like to kick this off.
Thanks, and thanks everybody for being here. I don't know if I'm in the driver's seat. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the back seat. Somebody else is driving. But thanks for being here. I was kind of looking forward to this, and then you told me this building was built in about 1957. I know, that's not so old. I was born in 53, and they're tearing it down already? Jeez. Come on, guys, we could fix it up. Keep it going a little. Anyway, this is part of our vision. We know we have to invest in the fairgrounds and the fair park. It's a gem, Snohomish County. And Doug and Tracy are here, run the Speedway and operate that. Amazing amenity here for the region, really. All the events we have here, it's really nonstop. And so we want to invest and modernize, but we want to also preserve the agriculture and local history and the really family nature of the park and the fair here. So whatever we do in the future will be oriented towards really maintaining that community feeling and aspect. And I just am really grateful for everybody that keeps this place going. And into the future, and we've got a lot of amazing things that are going to come here at the Fair Park, and I'm just happy to be part of it, and I guess we got to tear this down. I don't have any great memories of this place, although a few times working in the political booths inside, and they put the Democrats down at one end and the Republicans at the other, and every once in a while we'd send a team out to go scope out what's going on at the other booth, and they'd send a team down the other booth, and it was always pretty civil.
Pretty tame.
Pretty civil. But, and the ShamWows that flew out of this place, and all the other stuff. I imagine it was animals to start with, but yeah, 1957, a great history, but we move into the future, and glad to be here, and thank you all for being here too.
So I'm Tom Tigan. I'm the director of the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, which is a newer department. The executive has combined a lot of different groups and departments and elements into the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources. So our salmon recovery and clean water and our climate action advisory and our agriculture and parks is all together. So it gets all those folks from the natural resources together in one room, kind of solving problems. And that's great. I'm going to do a few quick facts that they wrote down for me, but I think I know them by heart. Each year, the Evergreen State Fairgrounds, outside of COVID, generally has anywhere from 500,000 to 750,000 visitors that come to this fair park. About 350,000 of those come during 12 days, the 12-day fair, or 11-day fair, as we're doing now, moving forward. And the rest of the year, then, you have the fantastic Evergreen Equestrian Park, and you have the Evergreen Speedway, I believe the only NASCAR-sanctioned track in the state, or in Northwest. Okay, at least in the state. All right, so we have the NASCAR track, and then we have all the other buildings and all the other events and things that happen year-round, and it's literally hundreds of activities, and again, close to 700,000 people in a typical annual year here. And it's also a major economic driver. It's not in my notes, but I have to say that. The last time we actually tabulated this, I think, was in 2009. At that point, it was about a $60 million economic driver in Snohomish County. So it is significant with all these events and all the other things that happen and all the cool things happening with animals and people and racing, and it's really an interesting festival grounds. So we're here. The fair moved here to its current location in 1949. We believe this building was built after 53, and we think PUD has kind of confirmed 57 was probably the year it was built. I have an anecdotal story. The first time I came to the fair was in 1966. I was 5. We lived in Linwood. And so I do remember a portion of this building being here anyways. I don't know if it was all here, but so yeah, it seems young. You're right, Dave. I'm with you. But anyways, the fact is we're really looking at building the future. We built the Weichel building with Executive Summer support, with council support, a number of years ago now. close to a decade, I think. And we're looking at what will the fairgrounds look like for the next several generations. What are we doing to invest in it? We have worked with the city of Monroe and all agreed that having a new trail system along the front, pedestrian path would work great. Rosie, congratulations. The path is pretty much in place. It'll be done, yes. And so we partner with Monroe on that, and really, we're not exactly sure what this space will be. Right now, we know we want to connect the rides and the food and a lot of that stuff all better together. A plaza space is what it will be to begin with, and certainly that's a good option long-term too, as we redevelop some of the other buildings over time. People have talked about whether it's just a big area to have food trucks and have hookups and things in the ground, infrastructure in the ground, or whether or not you're going to have green space and kind of park it up that way for a gathering space, whether you do maybe a spray pad, splash pad, that you could cover during the fair and then have more open space and drawing people into the park year-round, or local residents. So there's all kinds of things in the mix. We'd love to hear from everybody. And generally, I will say in parks, we do hear from everybody with interest in what's going to get built or not built. So we really appreciate everyone that's here, taking the time. We have a great team here at the Fair Park and NDCNR. Does Sharon ever get introduced? You're not. I know you're not in yet, but okay. Well, I want to make sure we do that. So, okay, I'm going to hand it off to Kara though. So Kara is division manager for in parks, and it's for operations, and arrangement and all that, maintenance, and our event space. So, Kara, it's your turn to talk, and welcome everyone. Thanks for being here.
Wanted to say thanks for everyone for coming out. I know this has been a long time coming for many of the staff and the fair board members, so I know they're quite excited to see this project kick off. So unfortunately, they weren't mowed in time, but if you come back next week, throughout, you can see the process of the building coming down, and we'll also be taking photos to document this at the same time. Tom stole my talking points about what we plan for the future of this space, so that's okay. I'll let him have that one. But this fair season, we're really just gonna let it kind of be an open space and see how it's used throughout the fair time, and then work with our park planners and community members and see what we really envision for this space. So it'll be quite exciting to see what's happening. And also, as we bring on a new fair manager, hopefully they have some new ideas for this space and area as well. So we're quite excited to actually have that position come back, and it's a well-needed position. So it'll be great to have that person on board here soon. Sharon, would you like to say anything, or are you good? Just call you
probably
out.
should.
Thank you. Almost just tell them open the door there. So I'm Sharon Swan, I'm the Parks Director, and just again, thank you for everybody coming out. I think one of the first stories I heard about people enjoying the fair was coming out and visiting the grounds, and I said, how'd you like the animals? They're like, the animals? I never saw the animals. And realistically, I mean, what happened is this building's been a bit of a barrier for connection through the fair park, and so it's exciting to have this come down, just to enhance use of the space, make more community connections as people come together to enjoy. So it's unusual, I think, to have this kind of turnout for a demolition project. Usually it's for a building project, but I think it really speaks to how people love the grounds and how they want to see it continue to improve. So thank you.
Don't do anything yet.
We gotta find the right angle. Give it a whack, Rocco.
All right.
Give it a whack. Woo! Whoa, nice one. Woo!
Hey, okay. You don't have to do it. Are you okay?